And welcome back to Comic Frontline, everybody. I'm Brant Fowler, aka the Gonzogoose, back with you for another Futures In review. This time I'm looking at Aquaman Futures In #1. This is written by Dan Jurgens with art by pencils by Alvaro Martinez, inks by Raul Fernandez, colors by Chris Sotomayor, letters by Taylor Esposito, and cover by Yvel Guichette, Jason Gorder, and Gary Henderson. This was a really good read. Unlike it, if you watch my other review of Grayson, I wasn't impressed with that one. I was actually a little bit disappointed. This one I was really pleased with the story here. This one takes place completely 5 years later, and we kind of pick up the pieces. We learn what exactly has happened to Atlantis and what has become of Aquaman and Mera and the others and all this. And this story is actually continued in Aquaman and the Others Futures In #1. Just, take note of that. I think it comes out in a few weeks. But again, it came out today, so I don't want to spoil it too much. So I'm gonna, keep the basics of, what happened. Basically, it seems like the war that happened, the War of the Worlds, with Earth 2 and Apocalypse, kind of devastated Atlantis. Atlantis rose up to help, and in the process, they lost everything. The oceans are toxic, the fish are gone, there's no way to grow food, and Arthur, aka Aquaman, is trying to build an island to make them more visible so they're not forgotten about, so they can get the help that they need. But a lot of Atlantis doesn't agree with him, and they labeled him a traitor and a betrayer and all this stuff. And it's interesting to see who lies on what sides, and where exactly Aquaman comes into play with all this. It was a really good read. The art was really good. I thought that, there was a few pages, Aquaman jumping out of the water. There's a few scenes in the water. So really nice artwork here throughout. Really nice coloring. Not too bright, but bright enough to pop out the characters. Some really nice ink work throughout the issue as well. The writing was solid. I kind of wish Dan Jurgens was on the book. I think, actually, I have stopped reading when Jeff Parker took over because I didn't really care for the direction he was taking the main series Aquaman. So I don't know if he's still writing it or if somebody else is. But if Jurgens is not, I think he fits in very well with Aquaman. And I liked his take on it. I like the new outfit for Aquaman 5 years later. But some really interesting things going on in this issue, and we were able to fill in the blanks, most of the blanks of what happened between then and now, or now and then, I should say. So yeah, I really enjoyed this issue. I highly recommend this one of the Futures In books. I think, especially if you're an Aquaman fan, I think this is a series, and it seems like it's going to escalate. That Atlantis as a whole is going to play a large part in this because of something that happens towards the end of the issue. So this is one, in my opinion, to pick up, and I'm going to give Aquaman Futures In #1 a 4 out of 5. That is my score for this one. So go check it out, and check out all the other reviews here on Comic Frontline. Like I said, my Grayson review is up. Everybody else is on Frontline. We're covering all the Futures In books, so you can see those and other books being reviewed throughout the week. And tune in next week, next Tuesday, for our 25th live show on this channel. And we're doing something special for Futures In, and we're doing a Q&A thing. Be watching for the details for all that to come out very soon. So thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.